everybody. God bless you all. Thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to thank God for His favor and blessing over the mission I've been charged with, which is championing the cause of change in Africa. Before I introduce myself, I first want us to give a round of applause to Mr. Wale Likwede for putting this together. This is the fifth year of Nigeria Day towards our independence and all that. So real quick, because I'm really short of time, I've been warned that I only have 5 minutes. So my name is Adewale Williams, and I'm representing One Voice Mission. It's a non-violent volunteer movement that is championing the course of change in Africa. In all African countries, we are starting with Nigeria definitely. And what we do, we are not a charity, so don't mistake us. We are not handing out food. We are talking to people who have both hands and legs like you and I. So today we are celebrating Nigeria at 50. But what exactly are we celebrating? Let's take a minute to reflect on what it means to be a Nigerian these days. And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about what brings us together as a people, of which I'm really disappointed at the population of us tonight, because if Obama was coming here tonight, I could imagine people will pay to actually come. We need to support each other much more than this. Amen? Alrighty, I'm not a pastor by the way, but really, life. Oh, these things are not funny. Life to many means living in fear every day. Again, there were 2 bomb blasts in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, today. And just to, if you're here and you're thinking, well, you know, that's Africa, who cares? I really don't know what to say to you. Because the reality is, and I'll inspire you, because the freedom we all share today, sitting in peace where we are, regardless of our ethnicity or our religious beliefs, was fought for, even to the point of death, by people who, most of them, we do not know their names. By the way, Martin Luther King Jr., we know to you that he is the only individual in the 20th century to his honor has a national holiday in the USA. That is saying something to you and I. A friend of mine was visiting from Canada. Like most of us, she has elevated her status as a Canadian citizen with a Nigerian name. But she wasn't allowed to fly. Why? Because she has a Nigerian name. And they were bothered. Why is she coming to the US? She was delayed. Not only delayed, she missed her flight. And to top it off, she had to sleep on metal chairs at the airport, of which no apology was given to her. People, this is about our human civilization. It is not about politics, though you cannot separate politics from what I'm saying. And human civilization, those 2 simple yet powerful words, that means to be human, which means to care for each other deeply. And civilization, which comes from the understanding or idea that we can only work together if we want to improve. Regardless of what you've made for yourself, I don't care if you drive an Escalade or a Rolls Royce, the fact that you are a Nigerian, for some reason, stands in your way. It's time for our generation. We have to put away all those nuance and tribal bigotry that put us to this point, that got us all in the same situation that we are in. Now, I would go on, and I'm hoping somebody is hearing me here. Can we hear it? Yes, we can?
Yes, we can.
Can we hear that one more time? Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
It's a brand new world we live in today. And what do I mean by that? 66% of manufactured goods today have some form of intelligence in them. So your refrigerator can order for grocery out of you. Most of us, 90% of us got our invitation to this event from Facebook. You're helping somebody build an empire. He's a billionaire. Mark Zuckerberg or something. But anyway, his is not important. But something worthy of note is to look at how he is affecting the civilization. He's given $100 million to schools here in the US. How are we helping Africa? How are we making it sure that you and I can go home and live in peace and not with armed robbers? We are just fortunate to be here if you think about it. So, I'm not just trying to make us sober tonight, but tonight won't make any sense if we are not talking about what really affects us. Because the way they treat us is to the ratio of how we are contributing to our human civilization. Is somebody hearing me?
Yeah.
So, One Voice Mission has created an online tool that we want people to get involved and network, stir up debate, poll rate our elected officials. We are not trying to eliminate anyone, we are just trying to make them better at what they do. I'm in my 30s. Since I was born, Nigeria has always been a third world country. It's really shameful if I'm 50 and I'm still saying that same story to my child. So I'm not going to take much of our time. I'm going to end paraphrasing El Selassie, the former emperor of Ethiopia, who spoke at Addis Ababa to the head of states and government in Africa in May of 1962. He said, indeed, that generation is blessed if they can learn not from their own bitter experience to shaping their world. What we do today, if we can get more people, by the way, how many of us got some flyers today? How many of us picked up flyers out there? That's the handful. Well, thank you for doing that. That is going to help in a long way to take us forward. People, this is as important. This is more important than whatever you could think about. So that just like you, those children in Africa could be born and live and die in peace. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.